Welcome to the fourth episode of My Bauji and his inner pain and sensitivity. In my childhood, I noticed a unique side of my Bauji, that is my father, that he never expressed in his words. It was something I could see in his eyes and understood only by those close to him. He often took time to find poor, needy, and suffering strangers. He used to talk to them and deeply feel their pain. He listened to them as if he was looking for a way to ease their suffering, as if searching for the secret remedy to alleviate their misery. He was about to find a remedy that cost nothing to them and came directly to them. I remember when a house construction was going on in our neighborhood, how he looked at a poor daily wage laborer with compassion. He put his hand on his shoulder and asked him to sit and share his thoughts. Then he listened him patiently and speak to him in a rhythm of his soul that filled the laborer with huge energy, turning his tired eyes to sparkle, changing him so much that he seemed to build the house with pure, vibrant energy, not just bricks and stones. I would often watch, surprisingly, as he would confidently sit me down and pick up small barefoot children from poor families, their feet covered in mud. But he picked up them in his lap and showed them affection, treating them just like he treated me, as if there was no difference between us. One day, in the freezing cold, he took off my jacket and put it on a shivering child, and then wrapped me in his own shawl as we went home. When I asked if he was cold, he said, "When you have the blessings of the entire universe, the cold cannot touch you." He further said, "You must learn to receive the universe's blessings. It is always showering grace on everyone." I also remember, instead of merely lecturing the children studying at government schools who used to come without having bath, he would give them fragrant soaps and tell them to bath with it. Indeed, the following day, children's faces would bloom with joy as they experienced a sense of positivity after bathing with that soap. So that was not only a soap, that was like an energy bar. Through this, I not only learned a new way of living, but also developed a growing sensitivity toward needy and poor strangers. He taught me through his actions that even people we don't know are children of the same infinite being, and we should be sensitive to their troubles and hardships. I barely noticed when and how I shifted from asking my Bauji for things for myself to requesting the things for the needy children. The way he blessed me then really was unforgettable. I felt that he was saying, "Well done. This is the compassion I wanted to see in you." He had sincere compassion and empathy for needy strangers. and therefore such people naturally come into his life in various ways. And one more important thing I want to share, that even after doing so much for the people, I never saw any arrogance, pride, or even self satisfaction in his behavior or on his face. Rather, he would smile only when I truly understood and embraced those feelings, following by my daily routine with determination and reaffirmed the ultimate aim of my life. Even today, he says that to help a needy stranger, one must develop sensitivity and also being disciplined, patient, conscious, aware, and determined. Otherwise, the energy received from the universe could be misused. I hope this helps you to understand why, despite so much progress around us today, there is widespread distress and anguish, and how losing human empathy leaves a person feeling empty inside, even when they have everything. In coming episodes, I will share more valuable lessons on energy wisdom taught to me and many by my Bauji. Thank you so much.